What's going on? This is actually one of my favorite videos to talk about, and I'm so excited to share all this information to you. Let's go! What's going on, guys? My name is Jesse Weiser, and I'm a real estate broker here in Springfield, Missouri. Grew up here, born here, raised here, corn-fed here. No. Here are the best suburbs of Springfield, Missouri, and I'm actually really excited to share this information because I'm going to be talking about the types of homes in each suburb and what you can expect in the cities around Springfield, Missouri. And don't forget, if you're thinking about moving to Springfield, Missouri, a lot of people think that if they reach out to us, you're going to get somebody else. Like, you get me. I will personally reach out to you if you're wanting to buy a house in Springfield, Missouri or the surrounding areas. If you want to check out houses around here, check out wiserlivingrealty.com, where you can find all of the homes listed around this area. Now, let me tell you, our suburbs are not like big cities, like Kansas City and St. Louis. St. Louis and Kansas City just conform the entire thing, and they're suburbs of it. Springfield isn't that big. We're not like a huge metro. Suburbs of Springfield are technically just small cities around Springfield, if that makes sense. And these small cities are about 1,500 people up to 25,000 people. And depending on where you are in Springfield, they should not be more than like 15 to 20 minute drive into Springfield. And whenever I say into Springfield, I'm talking like the Target area where like most shopping is. So when we ran the average home price of Springfield alone, okay, it came to $268,000. Now you have to understand, Springfield has some old homes. It has kind of like the northwest side of Springfield as well, where the average home price in that area is pretty low. And then you have like the southeast side that raises it. But you have to understand, the most affordable homes are gonna be in Springfield. Now, if you exclude Springfield and you look at the overall home price outside of Springfield, you're looking at $336,000 on the average home price. So as you can tell, it's much different on the outside of Springfield than it is on the inside of Springfield. Now, a lot of that is because on the outskirts of Springfield, you have properties with land, and land homes drive the value a lot higher. So if you look at a basement home on 5 acres, I mean, that's like $500,000, $600,000, $700,000. So that jumps the average home price up more. Inside city limits of Springfield, you don't have houses that have lots of land or land at all, you know? So that's what kind of jacks the price up a little bit more when you go outside of Springfield. So let's talk about the best suburbs. That's why you guys came here. And these are in no particular order, okay? We're gonna start with Ozark, Missouri, which is about 21,000 population and growing. So the distance from Ozark to Springfield, if you actually look at a map and type in, it takes you from downtown to downtown. If you go from downtown Ozark to downtown Springfield, it's 27 minutes. But it's really not 27 minutes at all. It is about 12 to 17 minutes, depending on where you kind of want to go. People from Ozark go to the southeast side of Springfield. It's about a 15-minute drive. The schools on niche.com are listed at an A-. Ozark has one of the best schools around. And the average home price for Ozark, Missouri is $350,000. Now, let me stop here for a second. And let me give you the generics of Ozark. Ozark has more basement homes. Ozark has more new construction, so that obviously bumps the average home price up. If you're looking in Ozark, you're gonna get more of those basement homes, more of those new builds, but also you might get a little bit of land south of Ozark. So that's what makes the average home price a little bit higher than other places. Now, Ozark is not USDA eligible, meaning you can't do a 0% down payment program in Ozark. They got rid of that at like 2022 or 2023. Now, some really cool stuff about Ozark. You have Finley Farms, you have, everything Johnny Morris, you have Lambert. So just a lot of cool like boutiques in Ozark. There's a lot of cool stuff in Ozark. If I didn't live in Springfield, Ozark would be my #1 choice if I were to live in a surrounding city. Take that for what it's worth. Not that my opinion matters, but at least you know. Next up is Nixa, and we have a population of about 23,000 and rising as well. A lot of growth happening south of Springfield. That's where the majority of the growth is. South Springfield, southwest, southeast. It's all just growing south. Now, Nixa from downtown to downtown is about 25 minutes. And if you go from Nixa to the south side of Springfield, you're at about 15 minutes. It is listed as an A on niche.com for the school, so that's a pretty big plus. And the average home price is $367,000. Now, as you can tell, it's a little bit more than Ozark, but that's because Nixa homes, a lot of growth is happening there, and a lot of those big basement homes. And I would say in Nixa, you have a community, a subdivision called Wicklow, which Wicklow has like $600,000, $700,000, $800,000 houses, and that kind of helps the average home price a little bit more. So there's some like nice homes in Nixa. And with the population being a little bit bigger, that's what's pushing that home price a little bit more. If you go a little bit south of Nixa, still in Nixa, you get those houses on 3-acre, 5-acre plots, maybe 10-acre plots. And of course, land always, raises the prices a little bit more. So Nixa average homes is actually the highest price when it comes to the surrounding cities of Springfield. So homes in Nixa are gonna be probably the most expensive comparatively to any other city. So as you can tell by a map, we are moving clockwise around Springfield and talking about the surrounding suburbs. Now, the next one, I don't think there's nothing on the southwest side, so we won't even talk about that. So let's go up to Willard, okay? So Willard has a population of about 6,300. Whenever I graduated in Willard, about, a couple of years ago, we had about 5,000 people in population. So obviously Willard's growing. Willard's doing great. The distance between downtown Willard and downtown Springfield is about 20 minutes, but Willard is actually on the northwest side and all the shopping is on the southeast side. So it takes about 20-25 minutes from Willard to get to like the target area. So it is a little bit farther away, but the average home price for Willard is $318,000. The reasoning behind the $318,000 is because Willard homes typically have more land. Most people that move out to Willard area, they want land. They don't want neighbors on top of each other. So there's like 5-10-acre plots with houses on them, and that's kind of where people spread out. Willard city limits hasn't really grown much because people that move out to that area want the space in between their neighbors. That's kind of the difference between people wanting Ozark and Nixa and that, there's no place down there in Southwest that anybody would want to go to anyways. But the reason why people want to go to Willard is because they want to space out. So Willard is listed as a B+ on niche.com for schools. And what's great about Willard, it is USDA eligible. So you can get a USDA loan, 0% down. That's how I bought my first house in Willard, Missouri, actually. What's great about Willard is the Frisco Highline Trail. You got fantastic caverns, which I lived right next to growing up. And there's a few restaurants and fast food places as well. So moving on around.
You have to talk about Republic.
What's that city you just said? I didn't understand what you just said. I have to talk about Republic.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna be talking about pumpkin heads next, okay? And that is, I don't know if I can say it, Faith. We're gonna talk about Republic, Missouri. I guess we'll talk about the southwest side. Now you have to understand, Republic and Willard are rivals. I grew up in Willard, I graduated Willard, so the last thing I wanna talk about is Republic, Missouri, but we'll talk about Republic right now. It's got about 18,500 people and rising pretty quickly. Don't know why people wanna move out there, but they do, Just kidding. Republic is a great community. They're actually widening and making it a 6-lane going in and out of Republic here soon, which is gonna make the traffic so much better. Nobody wants to be in Republic because the traffic just is terrible, Now the distance between Springfield and Republic is about 25 minutes downtown to downtown, but really it's about 18 minutes from Republic to the southeast side of Springfield, where all the shopping is. Remember that. The schools are listed as an A-, don't know why, pumpkin heads. Anyways, they're listed as A- on niche.com, and they are not USDA eligible, so you can't get a 0% down payment loan on that. But the average home price, get this, Republic is $283,000. Why would you ever want to live in a place that has a low average home price? Don't know why. Just kidding. Let me tell you the reason why they're actually lower. Republic is experiencing so much growth. The city actually wants growth and wants a great community to thrive with. Amazon moved in, some big places. I heard a rumor that another big place like Amazon is going to move in next to Amazon. Don't know what it is, they couldn't tell us. But Republic is growing so much that a lot of the affordable new build housing is going in Republic. So Republic homes are selling for less than what the average home price is in other areas. A lot of single level 1,500 square foot houses, remember affordable, are going in Republic, which takes that average home price down a little bit more. But there's so much more affordability in Republic. On a 1/4 acre lot, not many basement homes like Nixa and Ozark have, so the average home price is much less. Not because Willard is so much better, but because they have more affordability in Republic. Probably because their train track that runs right through it. Nobody wants to live next to a train track. I had to go out with one negative thing about Republic before we move on.
It's also very self-sustainable too. Like you have your Walmart, Lowe's, and because they have all these big stuff, you would never have to leave.
Yeah, we don't have to tell people that though.
Okay.
So moving around clockwise again, we are going to the northeast side, which is Fair Grove, another small town just like Willard. As you go north, you're going to see that there are some small towns because most of the growth is happening on the south side of Springfield. So when we go to Fair Grove, the population is about 1,500. Now that is pretty small. If you go through Fair Grove, you might blink and go right through it and not even know you actually went through it. But the distance between Fair Grove and Springfield, downtown, is about 23 minutes. Now, if you go above the speed limit, which most people do, you can get to Springfield in about 15 to 20 minutes. I don't do that, obviously, but rumor has it that you can get there pretty quick. Fair Grove schools are listed as a B on niche.com. So as you can tell, all the schools around Springfield are great. They're highly rated on niche.com. So the average home price in Fair Grove is $285,000. Now you would think that Republic would obviously have higher, sales prices because it's a bigger city. Yes, but remember, not many homes in Fair Grove get sold. I'm pretty sure when I ran over the past year, I want to say 20 to 50 homes sold in 1 year total in Fair Grove, Missouri. So not much inventory happening up there, which it's a very small town. That only makes the prices a little bit higher because the demand is high, but the supply is low. Now, it is USDA eligible, so you can get a 0% loan up there. Now, Fair Grove has a lot of small businesses kind of right in one area, but most people drive into Springfield to get their groceries and stuff like that. It's a cute little town. My dad actually lives in Fair Grove. Now, moving around, let's go to Strafford, Missouri with a population of about 2,500 people. Strafford, Missouri is actually known for a trucker town. There's a lot of truck stops there. And the distance between Strafford and Springfield is about 21 minutes downtown to downtown. But really, it's a lot faster than that. I'm pretty sure you can get there in 15 to 20 minutes. From Strafford to the southeast side, it's all highway, so you can get there pretty dang quick. The schools are listed on niche.com at a B-, which I've heard Strafford is actually growing a lot in their numbers when it comes to schools. And I think in 2022, they were rated top 3 schools in the surrounding cities. It was actually mind-blowing. Good job, Strafford. You guys are killing it. Strafford is also USDA eligible, so you can get a 0% down loan out there. The biggest thing that people love about Strafford right now is the proximity to Buc-ee's. If you don't know what Buc-ee's is, it is literally the biggest gas station you would ever see in the United States. And right up by Strafford, they built a Buc-ee's, the first Buc-ee's in Missouri. It's an amazing sight to see. Now the average home price, get this, is $324,000. Now that's because inside city limits, there's such a low supply of homes. The average home in Strafford is on acreage, just like Fair Grove that we just talked about. A lot of acreage properties out there with 5-acre lots, 10-acre, 15. I mean, you're talking about homes on big acreage in Strafford. That's the majority of those homes that are being sold. So as you can tell by the surrounding cities, if you want more of a city vibe on a small acreage, maybe a 1/4 acre lot, you're going Ozark, Nixa, Republic. If you want more of the acreage stuff, You're going on the north side, Willard, Fairgrove, Strafford, and then next is Rogersville. Now Rogersville is kind of a hidden gem, and I'll tell you a little bit about it. But it has a population of about 3,900 people. Rogersville is on the southeast side of Springfield, mainly just kind of east. It's about 28 minutes from downtown to downtown. Now they're building like an overpass at Highway 125, which is gonna make the traffic even faster. So I would say once that's built, like it is gonna be so fast, which is gonna make Rogersville even more desirable. It's a hidden gem, and let me kind of tell you about that. The schools are rated at a B on niche.com, but the average home price is $358,000. Now, I know that's not as much as Nixa, Ozark, and stuff like that, but for being such a small populated town, and it being worth that much, you're like, why is the average home price so expensive in Rogersville? Whenever you can find cheap homes in Rogersville. So what makes Rogersville so expensive compared to all the other cities? Let me tell you. When the money in Springfield started going in a certain place, a lot of what people see is Nixa, Ozark, and Republic. There's a lot of growth happening over there. But when you see like the wealth has gone east, so if you look at the average home price east of Springfield, so if you take 65 Highway and go east, you're talking average home price between $500 to $1 million. And it doesn't take long to go east of Springfield to where Rogersville Schools starts to take over. So if you look at these homes, you're talking about $2 million, $3 million homes, which in Springfield, Missouri is a lot of house. I know you could probably take that house and go to California and it's $50 million, but that $50 million equates to about $1 to $2 million in Springfield, Missouri. So when you look at a $1 or $2 million house, that jacks the price up a lot more for that area. So when you look at the old money and you look at where maybe the new money is coming, it's Rogersville Schools and it's Rogersville. So that's why the average home price is so much more, and Rogersville is kind of a hidden gem. As much as I want to say Willard is the best, you know, because I graduated, you know, Rogersville, I'm not trying to like push you that way. I'm just trying to tell you $350,000 average home price for a population that small doesn't equate, but now you understand why. So Rogersville, Missouri, a little bit of a hidden gem. You're gonna find the majority of upper scale homes, bougie areas, you know, all the cool stuff over there. I'm just giving the facts here. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I love talking about real estate, and obviously the best places besides the southwest side of Springfield. We don't want to talk about those pumpkin heads. If you want to know more about the area and about Springfield, check out this playlist right over here. If you want to check out houses and just look at everything available online, wiserlivingrealty.com. And just reach out to me anytime you want. I would love to hear from you. And don't forget, you watch for deer. It is listed as an A on niche.com. Niche. Okay.